John, congratulations on the film. It's been a busy little time frame for you with Bumblebee and Replicas now.
Yeah.
Chat me up about Jones. Who is Jones?
Well, Jones is the CEO of this company, this biolab, cutting-edge technology science company that are doing this work in the DNA and neuroscience world that Keanu Reeves works for, and he's his superior. He works for him, and he's a man who's driven by business and is very focused on the bottom line. And I kind of worked in there that he's got a little military background as well, and so he's had a shift in his life from being of service and a regimented kind of structure life in the military to someone who's in the business world, in the corporate world,
Impossible dealings with shadier people.
Yeah, and a little more ambiguous stuff there. So I thought that was a cool trajectory, and he's got a couple of surprises up his sleeve.
Now, what was it about the story, concept or ideas that kind of really drew you into this?
Well, I think the fundamental question of if we had the capability to keep someone around who we have to say goodbye to prematurely, would we? Is a fascinating question.
A straight morality question.
Yeah, and ethics, absolutely. And so that's really juicy in and of itself, and set in the sci-fi world with technology thrown in. It's exciting, and there's many different ways one can explore this question, and shooting in Puerto Rico, where my family is from, was another big factor for me, and working with Keanu.
Speaking of Puerto Rico, it's beautiful. At least it's very beautiful on screen. Is this before the hurricane?
Yeah.
Wow.
Yeah, it was a year before.
It's great that you guys shot there too. Hopefully it gets tourism back and everything back on their feet. I think that's really cool.
Yeah, I hope so too.
Now, speaking of science fiction, we're getting into a place where science is catching up to science fiction. And with sci-fi, you're kind of able to tell these cautionary tales to an audience. What are you hoping people kind of take away from this?
Well, I think they take away that, I hope that they take away that we should ponder things that are presented before us a little more before diving all in, and to really explore the implications of what it may mean to have this cutting edge technology be a part of our everyday lives.
Well, cloning is something that really fascinates me for a couple of different reasons. Because is it right or wrong, right?
Yeah.
Where do you stand on the idea of cloning?
I think I'm in the middle.
I'm with you.
I think I'm more like, I like to think more like, what, I'm not going to get involved, and there's a bigger purpose in life. There's a bigger thing that's happening and around all of us.
Sure.
And it's shared, and we should respect that. And nature is beautiful, and if it goes wrong, then that's nature, and we just adapt. However, I'm torn because, if we have the ability to help heal,
like regrow limbs or whatever it may be,
exactly,
I agree.
Then why not?
Yeah.
And I may contemplate it a little more when it comes to that.
How much research did you do into cloning or studying? Because it is such a fascinating, I guess almost science at this point.
Yeah, I did a little, but Jones, my guy, was more of a guy who didn't really care too much about the details of things. He just cared about the result, and the character was kind of ignorant when it came to the specifics.
Sure.
So I thought there was something kind of valuable in living in that space, as the actor, So to me, it was more about the power, the business, the greed, and the outcome, and not necessarily about the process.
The monetary gain of science.
Yes.
John, congratulations on the film.
Thanks so much. Pleasure meeting you.